Hi, I am so excited to welcome you to this podcast, this new podcast of mine, One Stop Talk with Temitope. So what is One Stop Talk with Temitope all about? Well, it is going to be a very real, interesting chit-chat audio show. And it's going to be very interesting, very entertaining, educative, and valuable talk. We're going to be talking about various topics, issues, trending news, and lots more. I'm going to be sharing my opinion on a lot of stuff, a lot of things going on around in this world, and so much stuff. So make sure you always get this podcast and listen to it every week, every Thursday. All right? Okay, so stay tuned and enjoy more from this podcast. Why am I laughing? Well, I'm laughing because what happened to me is just exactly what I'm going to be talking about on this episode's motivational or inspirational message. Do you know I had earlier recorded this message? I had recorded it. It was fine from top to finish. It was set in stone. It was amazing. And guess what? I saved the recording and I couldn't find it. And by the time I found the recording, I only found just a part of it, of the recording, just about a few seconds out of it. And I was just, when I'm like, what is the world is happening? What in the world is going on? And the topic of the motivational message is pushing forward in spite of challenges. You know, when that happened, I was just ready to just quit and say, you know what, I don't feel like recording this again because I've already done it. I didn't feel like, I just wanted to quit and be like, no, I'll just postpone it for another day. Let's say, no, you're going to do this. No. You have your eyes set or your sights set on this podcast. You have to continue. And so here I am again, recording it again one more time. So, pushing forward in spite of challenges is today's motivational message. Pushing forward no matter what, no matter the stumbling block you might come across, no matter the challenges, no matter what people say, no matter what that inner voice says inside of you, just push forward. What, are you sick in your body? Are you not feeling fine? Well, of course, get well, but after getting well, push forward. What? Okay, you don't have the money to do whatever you have to do. Stop with what you have. Pushing forward in spite of challenges. Leveraging on what you have. Now, you might think that I have the most sophisticated equipment to record this podcast. No, I do not have. I'm just using what I have for now till I can get a much more better equipment. That's just the way it is. You might think, okay, well, I want to start this business and I need so I need about 2 million to start. You don't need 2 million to start. Start with the little cash that you have. And so what I've noticed is there will never be a perfect moment to start whatever you want to start or do whatever you want to do. You just have to start now. Seize the opportunity, seize the time, and just start now. Have you noticed that time just goes by so fast? These days, the time is just running by so fast. And when that time goes by, you can never salvage that time again. It's gone forever. So what it is, have you always wanted to be a model? Have you always wanted to sing? Have you always wanted to start your own business? Have you always wanted to do this, do that, do this, be an athlete? Whatever it is, just start now. Now is the time. Tomorrow is not the time. It is now. Okay? So that is just my short motivational message for you for this episode. Do what you have to do and do it now. Alright, in spite of challenges, keep pushing forward. And just real quick, let me just add this. When I started this podcast, I went through challenges as well that wanted to deter me from moving forward, from pushing forward with this podcast. What happened? The device I'm using just stopped working. In fact, throughout the editing of the podcasts, that is the episode 1 of this podcast, the device just kept malfunctioning, malfunctioning. But you know what? I just kept going. I decided not to stop. So that's just it. That is just it. Push forward in spite of any challenge that you might come across. I decided to just go ahead and fix it, get it repaired, and do what I had to do. I decided to fix it, got repaired, and I just moved forward. And here I am recording this podcast again. Alright, so that's my little message for you. It's for you to push forward in spite of challenges. So this is hashtag Dear Temitope, and on this segment I will be answering questions that are being asked me, mostly on social media. Okay, so if you have a question, this segment will be on a weekly basis or as often as I get questions in, and I will be dealing with them on the segment. So I have this question that I got from someone on my social media. For privacy purposes, I don't want to be mentioning names. And the question is, how do I live a life of financial freedom? How do I live a life of financial freedom? Now, the things that I've learned so far when it comes to finances, when it comes to being financially independent, being financially free, and is that you just have to be willing to take risks at times. Okay, now what I mean by that, you have to be willing to make investment. I know it's not easy for you to put your money into something that you're not too sure about, but that is why you need to do your research. You need to do your research very, 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 very well. And so you have to be willing to take some risks when it comes to investing your money. Now, for example, if you're someone that works, you get a monthly income, a monthly salary, you should not spend all that money. You need to allocate part of that money for investment. And apart from that, I'm going to get into that later, you also need to save. So out of the money you get on a monthly basis, even if you're not working, if you're a business person, you need to reinvest part of that money. You need to reinvest part of that money, possibly into maybe like a side business that you're doing, or you need to just make sure you put that money into something that will generate more income. If you don't do that, you find out that you just keep spending this money from month to month to month to month, and you have nothing to account for. You'll be able to account for the money. You have to be able to reinvest the money into something else. Look for one side business that can do. Look for one side service that you can be offering on a possibly monthly basis, so you can get money. You can have money coming in. Now, I want to suggest this cooperative thing, or this what people call a job. It's very, very good. That is a way of saving money. It's very, very good, because you know, all the little change that you get on the side, all the little money that you spend on a daily basis, it counts a lot. It counts a lot. So instead of spending this money, take this money and just save it with this local agile people or cooperative or whatever it's called. Take the money and save it with them, so you don't spend the money. I tell you, it will accumulate, so that at a later time, you can actually use this business of something substantial. You can use it, and if put it into savings, and you can even use this money and use it to start a small business. So what I've realized is, when it comes to financial freedom, it is like a seed. You have to plant in order to be able to harvest. I'll see your money, the money you earn, or the money you earn on a monthly basis, as seeds. All right. So if you want to be able to harvest, or be able to get not run out of cash, you have to take part of the seeds that you have or earn on a monthly basis and replant it or reinvest it, so that cycle will continue. All right. So you plant it. That's what I mean by investing. I mean, you invest by planting. All right. You plant so that you'll be able to harvest the money, in quote, and then when you harvest that money, then you replant again. I mean, you reinvest again, so that you'll be able to have money. So it will be a constant cycle. So the cycle will never break. So it has to be constant investment, constant planting of your money, in quote, so that you keep on harvesting, and harvesting has to be financially free. And also, you have to have money apart for emergency purposes. All right. I have really gotten locked down to that this year, and that's what I'm doing. I'm saving money so that I don't run out of money. The last thing I want is to run. I hate run out of money. And so, because money is a tool that is useful for a lot of things. All right. So that would be my own advice for you when it comes to living a life of financial freedom, being willing to take risks by investing your money. Make sure you take calculated risks. Make sure you don't just jump into any scheme or any business that you see. Really do your research. Really do your research very, very well. And when you invest your money, don't spend it all. When you get money back from your investment, return on investment, take out of that money, reinvest again, so that the cycle will continue. So that is my own advice for the person that sent in that picture. And this is this week's episode of hashtag Dear Temitope. All right, you can always send me ask questions that I can answer on this segment through my social media. Just send a message to my Facebook inbox or through Twitter. Just make sure you add the hashtag Dear Temitope at Temitope, either on Facebook. Just search for my name, Temitope, or go to Instagram at Temitope. Just send me a direct message, or send me a tweet on Twitter at Temitope with the hashtag Dear Temitope. Alright, thank you so much for listening. Stay tuned for the next segment. Okay, welcome to this next segment. Alright, so from time to time I will be sharing with you natural health information, natural health tips, because I am so into living a healthy lifestyle and just being all you can be when it comes to your body, your mind, and your spirit. Having a total, fantastic total package. All right. So that's what I'm all for. So today I'm going to be giving you my unique recipe for a very, very powerful antibacterial, antiviral drink. It's all natural and it's made with natural ingredients. All right, so it is called the cucumber, lemon, and lime infused water. So cucumber, lemon, and lime infused water, and it's so good for your body. It's amazing. Now for me, I can testify to the fact that it helps me because, for example, for me now, I always retain a lot of water in my body. I don't know why. But sometimes my face gets very puffy and it gets all bloated up. So it's very good for reducing water retention. It's amazing for that, to flush out all the excess water in your body. And what else? It gives you glowing skin. It gives you great, beautiful skin. It makes your skin glow. It has so many benefits. I can go on and on. It's antibacterial. It's antiviral. It has lots of vitamin C. It's very nourishing for your body. So here's the recipe. All right. So what you need to do is just to get half of lemon. All right, half of a medium-sized lemon. All right. The next ingredient would be to get some slices of cucumber. Let's leave that. Say get like 3 to 4 slices of cucumber. And another ingredient you need is lime. So just get 1 small lime. The best will be ripe lime, so the yellow ones. All right. So you get that. You squeeze out the juice of the lime into a cup. Squeeze out the juice of the lemon into a cup as well. Make sure you remove the seeds after squeezing, and then you get your cucumber, your slices of cucumber. Now there is this locally made pestle and mortar that I use to crush my cucumber. If you don't have that, you can kind of like quickly just chop it in a blender, or that would be good. Alright, so what I usually do is I'll just get the slice of cucumber and I'll just put it inside that small pestle and mortar and just pound it. Now what I'm doing is I'm pounding to crush it, just to crush it a little bit, so just to release the juices. Now just get it like that, just to crush it, because so that to get the juices out a little bit. So when I put it in water, it will infuse better. So what I'll do, and I'll get a pitcher, or you get a jug, or you get like a water bottle, something. Put all those inside. Put the juice of the lemon and lime and crushed cucumber inside, and you now pour clean water, pure drinking water into it. Fill it up. I like mine chilled, so what I do is to get some ice blocks and put it inside and just put it in the fridge, and that's what I would just drink all day. So just have it, you can have it chilled, or if you don't like it chilled, just leave it like that, and just pour it into a nice glass and you can just decorate it or embellish it with maybe like a lemon slice or a lime slice, a cucumber slice, and just sip away. Just sip away. And it is so healthy. It's better than a lot of the soft drinks that we drink a lot. I don't want to mention names right now because I don't want to say that I'm spoiling their products, but it's much more healthier than all those drinks. It's a lot more healthy. I'm talking about healthier. Now, there's a possible drink, soft drink, that I so love so much, especially when it's hot, that I'm still trying to get over right now. So, this concoction or this infused water is what is really helping me. And sometimes I take out the cucumber and I just use either lime or lemon. And that's what I drink throughout the day. And so it's fantastic. It's very healthy. Try it. You'll be amazed. And you know what? You can thank me later. All right. So, as a member of the Young African Leaders Initiative, I took a pledge to speak out against gender-based violence. I took a pledge to support African women entrepreneurs by speaking out against gender-based violence. And this is under the sub-initiative called Africa for Her. Hashtag Africa for Her, hashtag Press for Progress. As we all know, this month is the International Women's Month, and so we've been really highlighting a lot of great things that women are doing and the reasons why women are so key to the development of any society. All right, so I want to speak out against gender-based violence. Gender-based violence is very, very inhumane. It is evil. It is totally against the key strategies that will make a society develop and become better in society. And one of the key ways an economy of a country can improve and get better is by supporting women-based businesses. There are so many women. In fact, I believe women are gifted with great entrepreneurial spirits. They are very gifted when it comes to starting businesses and maintaining businesses and really growing businesses. And they're very, very good. And it's always been said that women are very good leaders. Women have what is called emotional intelligence, which is key for a leader. And so women are very key when it comes to building a great economy in any society. And therefore, when a woman is subjected, especially when a woman entrepreneur, a woman who is passionate about driving her business and passionate about really, really doing great things in life when it comes to her business, her entrepreneur, her enterprise. And when she's saddled with gender-based violence, she's being abused maybe by her husband, or maybe when she's in a relationship and she is going through a lot of violence. It could be emotional abuse, could be verbal abuse, could be physical abuse, could be battering, could be assault. It will definitely affect her business. She won't be able to concentrate. She will not be able to function very, very well in her business. Her business can go down. And in fact, it can make her shut down her business. Because when it comes to business, it's necessary for you to have all your senses intact. Always so it is wrong for women, especially women entrepreneurs, to be subjected to violence, gender-based violence, because it will affect the woman. She won't be able to function well in her business. She won't be able to command her role well in her business, and therefore it will affect her output to society, and therefore directly affect society, because a lot of mouths, or probably more than likely, depending on her if she has employees, to get their monthly income, to get their monthly salary. And in fact, that would adversely affect those people, and that will in turn affect the people in general, the country in general. So I'm speaking out against gender-based violence, and I'm saying no to gender-based violence. Support women entrepreneurs by not subjecting them to gender-based violence. It's to be good for her, and it's to be good for the country.
in return.
So that is it on One Stop Talk with Temitope by Oluleye this week. I'm sure you enjoyed this episode of the podcast. Another episode will come up on Thursday next week. Make sure you get this podcast next week and listen to it again. There's a lot more to come. Thank you so much for listening.